Alright, fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters. So, hold on, okay, fine, sure, I'll update. The newest data mine has dropped, obviously. I have my reaction video, uploaded earlier today. And we're going to be going over the sync pairs and all of that are, have dropped, as well as, power boosts and upgrades, grid expansions, all that type of thing, right? This is going to be part 1 of 2, because nowadays I like to cut these into 2 parts, because generally if I were to do them before, like in one big video, where I go over all the new units and all the new power boosts, it would be pretty... the beginning would be fine. I'd probably be able to judge these pairs accurately, but by the end of it, I'm just kind of like... kind of just mumbling the entire time, because I've been, talking for 40 minutes straight, and it's, getting real annoying. But I'm going to be cutting these into 2 parts now, so going to try and minimize that as much as possible. In this part, we're going to be going over Summer, Tate, and Liza, as well as Variety Scout, Mallow, and Kiawe. The next part uploaded will be going over the Galar Villain Arc characters, Rose and Oleana, as well as Lodge Irida and Blue's grid expansion and Dojo Gloria's grid expansion. We'll be going over all those things here, so remember, part 1 here, this video is for the Summer units and the Variety Scout units. Next video, we'll cover everything else. So, let's go ahead, get into our first sync pairs here, which is going to be Variety Scout, Tate, or not Variety Scout, Summer Tate. Sorry. So, obviously the new Summer sync pairs are Tate and Liza. People, I don't know if people are necessarily hyped for this. I'm going to assume not, right? Which, that just makes sense. But me personally, I'm not hyped for them, but I am thinking that they make a lot of sense to drop. Jirachi obviously makes the most sense for a Tanabata celebration. If you don't know what Tanabata is, it's basically, the Star Festival in Japan over the course of a couple weeks in summer. And, it's like one of the biggest celebrations in the country. At least this is an outsider looking in and just seeing the festival and whatnot, but overall it's one of the most important celebrations in both Japan and just in these gacha games, right? A lot of gacha games celebrate Tanabata. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle celebrates Tanabata. I'm quite certain games like Fate also do Tanabata, but I digress. Anyway, Masters, of course, is starting to do that for summer. Last year you had Hilda in the, I don't even know what you would call it, but you had it wasn't a kimono, but it was, the kind of like, I guess, dojo outfit. I guess it could have been kind of a kimono, but N was in a kimono for sure. And, it's, again, to celebrate Tanabata. So now they're doing the same thing here with Tate and Liza. They've got their outfits, celebrating the Star Festival. Jirachi, the Wish Pokemon, makes the most sense, right? I like these sync pairs. I think they make a lot of sense, but whatever. Let's go into Tate here first and see what he's able to do. As we knew from the trailer and the data mine, or the dev letter, I mean, Tate here is a steel type tech sync pair, and he's got, Doom Desire, and he's got a couple different things, right? So let's go over this entire kit here and see what he's good at. So look at the stats. At level 145 stars, he's got 664 HP, which is not bad. It's average. 424 attack, 424 special attack, both solid, right? They're really good attacking stats. 185 defenses, which, this is about on par for a, damage dealer, like a strike or something. Not really for a tech, but he's a damage dealing tech for the most part, so these stats are to be warranted. And then 336 speed, pretty average speed, so about, average run-of-the-mill damage dealer stats, in my opinion. Flash Cannon, his 3-gauge move, could be, powerful for sure, coming off of a 400 special attack stat, assuming he gets multipliers for it. Thunder Wave, paralysis is sure. Charm, lowering attack. I don't really care much about units that do charm, or that have charm, or attack debuffing, or anything like that, or even paralysis, because it's not really anything special anymore. Being able to do this together is kind of unique, sure, but, these things, maybe they can be good, depending on how the unit works with it, right? So I'm not going to say anything too about these right now, but we'll see. And the trainer move is a one-use thing. Wish upon a star. It applies move gauge acceleration, raises special attack by 4, and raises crit by 3. So it's just a really good a really good trainer move. Okay, go figure. And then Friends Forever Steel Beam as the sync move here. The more the target's attack is lower, the greater the power of this move. At this point, I would just use Lucian. So far, I would just use Lucian as a partner, because I mean, if you need attack debuffs, Lucian has Growl, he'll debuff attack, but he also is a special attacker, so he can debuff special defense, and it'll just do better. So far it looks like Lucian's going to be a great partner for him. And then skills. 2P moves Doom Desire, yeah, okay. Every 2 times the user's Pokemon uses a move, they deal additional damage to the opponent targeted by the second move. Steel-type special damage. This additional damage is not affected by some status changes. Such as what? Maybe a rebuff? I don't know. I'm gonna guess something like rebuff it's not affected by. I don't know. But that's good for sure. It's kind of like Dawn's, New Year's Dawn's, ability to where she hits the opponent essentially like twice, but this is gonna be every 2 turns, and it's, gonna be hitting like Doom Desire. I don't know how much it's gonna hit for, but it's probably gonna be a pretty strong move, right? So every 2 turns, the enemy's gonna get hit by Doom Desire, or every 2 times the user's Pokemon uses a move. So basically, every time you're using your training move, it's not really counting down to the Doom Desire here. And then use Doom Desire team, same stat up 2. Raises one of the following stats of all allied sync pairs by 2 at random when the user uses, whenever this activates, their passive, right? And it's all just the main stats, all the 5 main stats, and then accuracy and speed. So, or accuracy and evasion. And the same stats raised for all allies, so, he's going to be able to activate, I guess, some, like, good Rising Tide, or, is it Power Play? No, I don't think it, is it Power Play? I don't think it was Power Play. Whatever, Rising Tide and the equivalent. Good form. So, okay, that's neat, sure. Buffing all the stats, that can be good, why not? And then P, what is this P? What does the P mean? I don't know. Pokemon move, maybe, I don't know. On opponent, special defense down to 9. 100% chance of lowering the target's special defense by 2 when the user's Pokemon uses a move targeting that opponent. What? I think what this is meant to mean is that it activates for Doom Desire, but it's wording it like it just lands anytime, even with like Flash Cannon. Either way, that's good for sure. That's definitely good for sure. I still think he might be I think Lucian probably is a great partner for him still, even with this ability. Overall, base kit, not bad for sure. Definitely a great steel-type damage dealer, it seems to be. So I'm not going to complain for sure. Paralysis and attack debuffing is a little bit basic, but I mean, it's a 1 out of 5 sync pair. What are you going to do? What are you really going to do, right? So I'm not really going to complain about this too much. The Doom Desire is definitely unique and creative. I really like that. It's a good way to activate or implement the ability of Doom Desire into the game. So he's cool. Obviously this isn't a should you summon, but I'm not going to really recommend people summon for him, at least not yet, because I don't really see too much that he's doing that's impressive so far. But hey, he's good for sure. If you really like Tate, you really like Jirachi, and you like the sync pair, go for it. They look good. Anyway, let's look at the grid. 1 out of 5 here. Try to move NPR if you want to somehow. I guess if you want to max your special attack, you can do that, but not really worth it in my opinion. And then Charm move, Gauge Refresh. That's about it. 2 out of 5, we've got Ramp Up on Charm, which actually could be good. That actually could be pretty solid, right? You're going to be using Doom Desire. You're going to be using Charm twice, which will then put your special attack to max, assuming you've already used your trainer move, and then you'll be hitting the enemy with your Doom Desire, which will also debuff their special defense by 2. So that's actually not bad, at least for 2 out of 5. If you somehow get him to 2 out of 5 but not 3 out of 5, I assume this is going to be pretty solid to get. Trainer move, Hit and Heal, applying gradual healing to himself, that can be good as well, right? So that's nice. Team Lucky Entry raises the following, one of the following stats of all allies by 1, all of our core stats plus accuracy and evasion. So again, another random stat buffer here, which that's not really that amazing of an ability, but hey, if you want it, pick it up. And then Flash Cannon, Fortuitous 9, 100% chance of raising any stat of the user by 1. So basically, if this dude gets Rising Tide, he does get Rising Tide. Oh god. Okay. Oh god damn. Okay, he's strong. Okay, he's pretty strong. That's pretty good, I'd say. Well, Rising Tide's not actually that amazing of a multiplier, but still, that's solid. Flash Cannon, Fortuitous, yeah, okay. And then status P move stat up 9. So 100% chance of raising one of the following stats by 1 when its Pokemon uses a status move. Okay. Huh. So every time you use Charm or Thunder Wave, you're going to be getting a random stat boost. This dude buffs so much. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty cool. Okay. And then Natural Remedy, sure. Yeah, I like that. And then 3 out of 5 here, I already see Brain Teaser, which is good. P move on opponent attack down 9. Lowers the target's attack by 1 stat rank when the user's Pokemon uses a move targeting that opponent. So he's just lowering attack more and more when the target uses a move. So not even an attacking move. All of these are okay. That's Yeah, so he's going to be able to debuff attack down to -6 in 2 turns, which could be really good. That's good. He's already looking really, really good right now. Shared Fortune 2 raises one of the following stats by 2 of all allies. Okay, so basically this turns into this. Okay, that's pretty good. So he's just buffing all allies and himself by a bunch of randoms. Okay, hold on. Reduces your single countdown by 1 the first time he uses Pokemon uses a status move each battle. That's good, but I'm not going to actually say it's amazing or anything. Okay. I want to see. Jesus. Okay, I'm just not even going to go for the damage note. I'm very curious if I could go ahead and try this. Let's see. When the users... Okay. And then Team Lucky entry. Or we're trying to move Shared Fortune 2. Ooh, yeah. If you could somehow get enough gauge to pick that up, that could be good for sure. This looks like okay. I would honestly... I don't know if I would recommend this grid outright, but honestly, if you're just going to be using a sync nuke here, obviously, you can have the full multipliers here with this. Oh, I didn't pick this up. Okay, who cares? Who cares? But you'll have the Team Lucky entry, so you'll be buffing all allies random stat by 1. Deem Desire. You'll be having this same passive here. After you use Doom Desire, you'll be raising all allies stats by 2, or random stat by 2. Same thing here, except it's just by 1. And then you've got this where you lower the target's attack, which is whatever. Okay, who cares about the attack debuffs? I'll just pick that up. Still, that's a lot of chances to buff your stats randomly, and then you're going to be activating Rising Tide easier. Okay, yeah, Tate looks good. Yeah, I'd say Tate definitely looks good here. He's going to have a solid nuke with Rising Tide and Static Shock. Not the greatest, but definitely a solid, especially for special type steel attackers. Only competition's Raihan, and it's not even close. At least I think the only competition's Raihan. Yeah, Tate looks good for sure. I don't know if I'd outright recommend people to summon before him, but he's definitely strong, and if you like Tate, I could definitely see why you'd want to go for him. Buffing all ally stats, like, randomly, I'll be a little bit slow, maybe, is good, and then buffing his own in order to activate this Rising Tide, that's good. Yeah, Tate looks good. Tate looks good for sure. I don't have any more comments. He's going to have okay DPS with Flash Cannon because of the Brain Teaser here. But honestly, I wouldn't even go for DPS grid. I'd just go for a full nuke grid with this same type of setup. Yeah, Tate looks good, for sure, 100%. Pretty excited. Anyway, Liza. Let's look at Liza here. Oh my god, okay. There's a lot to take in. Okay, so level 140. 5-star, 5 stars. 679 HP, 400 attack, 409 special attack, 283 speed, 159 special defense, 161 special normal defense. So average HP, good attack, good special attack, about average striker bulk, and then mediocre speed, I'd say, but Celesteela, that's what's going to happen. Flying striker, of course. Keep that in mind. We already knew this stuff from the dev letter and trailer. We also knew she got Giga Impact with Flying Shift, so yeah, she's going to be hitting really hard just off the rip. 1 out of 5, 223 base damage off of a 400 attack stat. You're going to be hitting similar to pre-boost Lance's Hyper Beams, which already hit pretty hard, so that's good. Iron Defense. So far, I don't really see a reason to care. Protect, that could be, you know, solid, like if you're in a pinch. This could definitely be good. And then Into the Night Sky raises the user's accuracy by 1, raises the user's crit by 3, and when the user's defense is raised, it raises the user's attack by the same amount. So, if you wanted to do 3 turns in order to buff stats here, you could just use Iron Defense, and then Iron Defense twice, and then use your trainer move here, and you'd have +4 attack, defense, crit, and +1 accuracy. If you wanted to do it that way, of course, but you could also just bring like either a defense buffer or an attack and defense buffer or whatever, and just use this to buff your crit and accuracy, and you'd be good. So there's a lot of options you can run for this here in order to make this work out. It's an overall pretty solid kit here without looking at the passives just outright, because high attack stat Giga Impact is just going to hit hard as it is. And then, of course, Forever Friends Flying Impact, no multipliers, average striker damage, whatever. Flying Shift, we already know this. And then Shielding plus Infliction plus 9. 100% chance of raising the user's defense by 2 when the user uses a status move, and then 100% chance of applying free moves next when the user's Pokemon uses a status move. So basically, you buff your defense. Oh my god, okay, so... No, you're not buffing your defense by 2, you're buffing it by 4. You're buffing your defense by 4 every turn, and then you do that twice, you got max defense, and then use your trainer move, and you got max attack in 3 turns. That's pretty good, yeah. I'm not going to say I recommend 7 for Liza, definitely not, because this is just kind of a bare bones kit here at 1 out of 5. But she looks good so far. I mean, I wouldn't say as good or as, you know, techy as Tate, but that's kind of to be warranted because she's a striker. But she's good. I mean, she's solid enough right now. Again, looking like Lance without the power boost. At least similar to Lance without the power boost, right? Because if you look at Lance, 1 out of 5, no EX, 450 special, okay, about a 50-point difference, which is major, but you could still make similar numbers, right? Because he didn't really have much. Plus, Lance had the drawback of having garbage ways to buff his stats, so we'll keep that in mind. But yeah, definitely. Liza's definitely comparable to a lot of, you know, Hyper Beams, or not Hyper Beam, yeah, Hyper Beam and Giga Impact spammers for sure, which our only Giga Impact spammer is Liza, but still. So, you can probably look at her in the same effect as, like, Liza, right? At least in terms of damage, so, yeah, Liza 404 attack here, she's got Giga Impact, but she also has super effective next, so keep that in mind. Yeah, she's similar, probably, in the same aspect, but let's look at the grid, because that's where it really matters, right? 1 out of 5, I'm not really seeing anything too amazing here. Yeah, nothing crazy. Giga Impact accuracy buff, but who cares? You already buff your accuracy. 2 out of 5, Tough Sync 3, 2 Sync Power Nodes, HP Advantage 4, Trainer Move NPR, which I'm not going to say is that important, and then Giga Impact Move Gauge Refresh, I guess. And then Super Victory, I guess, but I'm not really going to do anything for that. So that's good. Okay, yeah. HP Advantage 4 is not really that amazing, but Tough Sync 3... Getting these multipliers at 2 out of 5 is actually solid. You know, you get to buff your sync damage by 3, or by 50. It's a big difference. And then a 30% power multiplier. So 2 out of 5 actually is not that bad. And then HP Advantage 4, I forget how this works in relation to damage. But, you know, I guess any damage upgrade for Giga Impact is not bad. 2 out of 5 doesn't look too shabby. Maybe I mean, maybe if you get 2 out of 5, you're fine. I don't know. I don't know. 2 out of 5 doesn't look too bad. I'm not going to say it's too bad because of the sync nodes mostly. And then 3 out of 5, sync node, Towering Force, Tough Cookie. I just saw these. Those are the first things I saw. Let's look at those. So Tough Cookie, you're already raising your defense by 6 in 2 turns, and that's just going to be a multiplier for your Giga Impact. So Giga Impact is going to be hitting even harder. Probably similar to that of actual power boosted Lance. I actually want to take that into account. So if you have Tough Cookie and HP Advantage 4 here, how hard is that gonna be hitting in comparison to the Lance? I gotta find Lance. 450. Let's assume you've got Furious Brawn. Factoring in his attack stat, yeah, you're gonna be hitting in similar levels to Lance's Hyper Beams after his power boost. Because even though her stats are, you know, a bit lower, you know, quite a bit lower, but, you know, we'll just say a bit lower for argument's sake. You also have HP Advantage 4 here, which, despite being maybe a smaller multiplier, still puts her closer to Lance's level of strength. And being close to Lance's power boost level of strength is definitely a good thing, for sure, right? So let's keep all that in mind. Towering Force, of course, is a good multiplier for extra sync move damage, and of course you got Tough Sync 3, so you can definitely build for a striker flying grid. As I'm looking at it, though, she just seems like an average bare-bones flying striker, which isn't a bad thing, because flying definitely needs as much help as it can get, right? Latest was Palatine's Elisa, who's only really good against flying-type characters, unless you want to fish for fissure. And then you've got Serena here, who's a tech. You've got Ethan, who's the last actual real striker, and he's kind of mediocre, I would say. Well, not mediocre, but a little bit lacking for, you know, being a recent Master Fair, but still good, right? But Liza, yeah, she looks like a pretty bare-bones striker, but she still looks good for sure. I definitely say that this looks good here. Let's look at the actual other stuff she gets. Status P-Move, Physical Boost 2. No way. Raises physical moves next by 2 when its Pokemon uses a status move? Fuck, that's strong. Team Century entry 2. That could be good if you want to max your defenses in 1 turn. That could be good, but honestly, I'd just not pick it up. It's not worth it. And then Protect physical boost 3. 9. Sure, but 3. Fuck. Okay. Well, if you want to run a Hyper Beam grid, we can run ourselves a fucking Hyper Beam grid, man. Come on. Or a Giga Impact, whatever, essentially the same thing. Damn. Use Protect. Yeah, if you just straight up use Protect and then use Iron Defense and eventually get this up, you'll have like plus, let's see. So +3 for the Protect, and then you'll get an extra +2 on that. You'll be +5. Use Iron Defense one more time. Yeah, you'll be +7. +7 by the time you get off your first Hyper Beam. Fuck, that's actually strong. Yeah, okay. Liza's good. I can't say I recommend going for any, striker just off the rip, though, so I'm not going to say I recommend summoning, but damn, she's good. Yeah, she's good. And flying does need the help. But you got Blue's power boost, so, I mean, Liza's not necessary, but damn, I'm definitely going to be doing dailies for Liza. I don't know about Tate, because I'm just not sure on Tate yet, but definitely on Liza for sure. Alright, so those are the Summer Twins. Summer Twins both look really good for sure. Great Summer Sync pairs. You could probably put them as definitely Pokefair levels of strength for sure. Especially because I wonder how good these two are. Very curious. Oh well, I'll find out. But whatever. Let's go into Variety Scout, Kiawe, and Mallow. I never recommend going for Variety Scouts, but we'll see how good they are, right? We'll see how good. She's a support, just like her seasonal version, I guess. She's a grass type. 273 defense, 279 special defense, horrible speed, really, really shitty attack. 324 special attack. Okay. She just looks kind of mediocre in the stat department, but most Variety Scout units are, because they should be spotlights, but they're not. Anyway, she's got Giga Drain here. Whatever. X Special Defense All, already not that great looking. Stun Spore, and then today's special raises special attack of all allies by 4, accuracy of all allies by 1, and crit by 2. Oh god, what is their problem with giving characters the ability to max allies crit nowadays? We already had a ton of characters that can do it that are still relevant. You're not hurting anything by giving these characters +3 crit for allies, or at least getting this NPR, dude. Come on, be real. I'm not liking this kit so far. I mean, stunning as a support's not bad, but I'm pretty sure Variety Scout Agatha did it as well. She's got healing, but she needs. I hope she has gauge at least. Okay. Absorbs hit attack down. 100% chance of lowering the target's attack when the user's attack move that has the absorb effect is successful. So you debuff attack whenever you use Giga Drain, which is good. And then hit paralyzed opponent, recover HP up, recover HP 9. 100% chance of restoring the user's HP when its attack move is successful against a paralyzed opponent. And then status immunity. Base kit, not great already, just straight up. I'll just be honest. Base kit's not that great. Hold on, 1 out of 5. Yeah. 1 out of 5 doesn't look that great, but honestly, she's neat. She's got, some niches to her. I mean, I like the being able to recover HP whenever an enemy's paralyzed and then being able to spam Giga Drain. If she has gauge management in her grid, I'm going to say it's not that bad, but so far, I'm not really too big on this kit, but I'm also not big on Variety Scouts because they literally handle them about the same level as Lodge units, which the Lodge units are just fucking free. Sure, you have to have the Pokefair sometimes to get them, but at least when you're going for a Pokefair, you're generally getting them for the Pokefair, not for the Lodge. But whatever, I digress. Anyway, the grid here, 1 out of 5 is whatever, Racing Rain, I guess, but why are you running her in Rain? And then 2 out of 5, we got Pep Rally. 1 on the trainer move, which, yay, +1 speed for allies. Sure, trainer move NPR, which you're going to need if you want to max out special attack and crit. Trainer move hit and heal, which can actually be good for sure because she's got Giga Drain here, which is going to be healing her. She'll be healing off the gradual healing, and then she's going to be healing off of this. So she's got a lot of healing opportunity, which can be good. X Special Defense all shielded, meaning she can buff allies' defense as well, and then NPR for X Special Defense. Neat. Accuracy, whatever. Quick Cure, and then Catalyst. Okay, Catalyst is good. Yeah, Catalyst I'd say is probably pretty good because you can, sync with her as a support EX, and then you'll be getting some gauge, which can be good for her to start using Giga Drain here, so she can get a lot of healing in, which can be good against, Legendary Gauntlet, or just Stadium, whatever. I'd rather she get free moves next, but oh well. So 2 out of 5 actually does not look too bad here, at least, you know, just looking at the unit in a vacuum. But 3 out of 5. Master Healer and Move Gauge Refresh 9 on Giga Drain. That could be good. Hit, paralyze opponent, recover 4, so 50% chance. More healing, that's good. Synchro 1, Synchro Healing 1. Endurance, Revenge boost, that's actually a big one. And then Absorb Special Attack down 9. Team Sharp Entry, okay. Definitely not recommend something for Mallow. Definitely not going to recommend it. Never. Definitely. I'd recommend something for the twins 10 times more than I recommend something for this Mallow. But if you're a big Mallow fan, and you're going to summon for this unit anyway, and you're willing to get them to 3 out of 5, which, I'm sorry. If you are, I'm sorry. But this is actually not bad. This is not too bad. You know, I'm not going to recommend someone go for even 1 copy of this Mallow, let alone 3. But this actually is definitely not too bad here, I'd say. Catalyst for Gauge. Move Gauge Refresh 9 to keep up with, you know, Giga Drain's 3 gauge cost. Master Healer for extra healing. She's got extra, you know, guaranteed healing whenever she hits a paralyzed opponent. Obviously, she's going to heal based off of Giga Drain here anyway. Gradual healing from her trainer move means she's going to be healing even more. 50% chance to heal again against a paralyzed opponent. Synchro healing. Whenever she's in her sync move, she's going to be getting that 20% HP back, which is not, I don't think that's actually reduced by the half healing parameter in Stadium. So this is actually solid. And then she's got Revenge Boost here in order to help with the gauge management with Giga Drain. Catalyst again to do the same thing. And then she's actually able to max crit here with Team Sharp Entry. She's actually able to max crit in 1 turn, which is really solid. Yeah. Okay, Mallow as a Variety Scout unit. If we're taking all the Variety Scout units and putting them together, I'd say Mallow's top tier for sure. Not the best, but I'd say she could definitely be up there with how she's doing things here. She's able to buff ally special attack by 4, able to max crit in, you know, 1 turn. Not 3 turns. In 1 turn, buffing accuracy is solid, I guess. X special defense all is whatever, but it's good. Paralyzing is, you know, pretty niche, but still, it can be useful. And then the healing is the big thing, in my opinion. Healing, and she's relatively gauge efficient here with Revenge Boost, the Move Gauge Refresh, and Catalyst. So I think Mallow here is actually relatively solid in terms of being a Variety Scout unit. And if you want to run her with this ability here, you can probably, you know, debuff the enemy's attack here if you spam Giga Drain, and that can be nice as well, right? But it just kind of depends on how you want to build her, right? She looks solid, but you're not going to be able to pick up everything, of course. I'm not going to expect anyone to. Let's see, what can you pick up? If you need NPR, which sucks. If you're going to try and pick up NPR, then might as well not even get Team Sharp Entry. You could probably make something like this if you want to get some good healing in there and you want to debuff special attack. Okay, Mallow as a Variety Scout unit looks alright, but I would definitely still not recommend summoning for her any day of the week. We'll just keep that in mind. And Kiawe. Okay. I saw extend range. What the fuck are they doing with this unit? Okay. Tech fire type sync pair. Neat. 380 special attack and attack, 176 on the defenses, so it looks like he's going to be doing a lot of damage. I'm going to assume as much. 356 speed, solid speed tier, and then 389 HP, solid HP. Oh my god, that's a lot of red. Damn, he's okay. Fuck, they fucking suck. Oh, okay, that's what they did for the extend range. That's what they did it for. Okay, whatever. Let's get this over with. Ember. 1 gauge spammable. Will-O-Wisp for extended range AoE burns, and then AoE trap with fire spin. So that's actually that's not bad chip damage, and it's very fast chip damage for sure. Come on by. It's a 1-use move for some reason. They really want to do this. Buffs his special attack by 4 and raises the user's accuracy and crit by 2. I don't know why by 2, but sure, for accuracy. And then Dancing Together Inferno Overdrive. So he's actually got a sync move animation. Do they all? I don't remember. Okay. This attack's power is increased when the target is burned. Oh yeah, he's a tech. I forgot he's a tech. Yeah, okay, never mind. For some reason I was a striker. But yeah. Okay. Sure. Extend range as well as a theme skill. Hit burned opponent special attack down 9, and then hit trapped opponent special defense down 9. So whenever the enemy's burned, he's debuffing special attack, and whenever the enemy is trapped, he's debuffing special defense. That's niche, but that's actually a solid niche, right? I don't know, is there any fire types that directly benefit off of this stuff? Because I know... let's see. You benefit from the debuffs for sure. Anniversary N. Special defense drops anybody benefits from, really. I thought there was somebody who directly benefited from, like, burn and trap, but it may have been Blaine. You benefit off of the interference, so yeah. Okay, whatever. I mean, sure, I guess, but I mean, he does debuff special attack and special defense, which debuffing those stats is good for sure because he's doing an AoE. But really, again, Lucian exists, and he debuffs attack and special defense. And if you want special attack debuffers, just use, like, Karen or something. She's got Snarl, which is already AoE, and you can do it by 2 with Satisfied Snarl, right? 1 out of 5, I'm not really too impressed with, but I mean, I like the niche, like, techie type of unit here, I guess. 1 out of 5, nothing great. 2 out of 5, stationary target and Poke Trap. So, power boost, who cares? Sorry about the little cut there, but anyway, Poke Trap here, great. Damage chip increase, sure, whatever. I'll be honest, this is actually, okay, wait, what's Scorcher? Increases the damage of opponent, okay. So far I'm not really too impressed with him at all, even at 2 out of 5. But 3 out of 5 probably will change my mind a little bit. Trainer move Propulsion, I honestly don't care about Propulsion on any, like, trainer move, just for the fact that, like, you're not going to wait and use it until after sync. You're just not doing that. And accelerating the gauge, or accelerating sync counting down before you sync, in my opinion, isn't all that great. It's not really that useful, but that's just my opinion, I guess. Team sync regen, who cares? Move gauge refresh 9. I mean, if you want to be gauge efficient, then sure, this works. Yeah, that's not bad. But I'm so far, again, not really that impressed. Terrify 2. Lowers attack of all its sync pairs by 2 whenever the user enters a battle. So he's going to be debuffing this as well as attack and special defense. Interference sync 5. 50% power buff to the sync move. Okay. Hit trapped opponent special defense down 9. Or speed down 9. And then attack down 9. Okay. They're definitely starting to make these Variety Scout units a little bit more appealing just because of this ability here. And then power play. Okay. So the way he's working is that in base he's debuffing special attack and special defense. But then once you get into 3 out of 5, he's also debuffing speed and attack. Meaning every time he attacks, assuming the enemy is burned and trapped. Wow. Classic Liza can already... I'm kidding. Classic Liza can do it all. No, but he does an AoE, which actually is really impressive. I still don't recommend summoning for him for sure, but they're definitely making these Variety Scout units more enticing, which sucks ass because they put so little effort, in my opinion, into these units. And these Variety Scout units are just... I don't like Variety Scout units. Variety Scout units should just straight up be spotlights, or they should be poke fairs. If you're gonna make characters like this, and you don't want to make all like custom outfits for it, own up to it. Just say that we're fucking lazy and we don't want to do it. We're out of resources, we're out of money. So just take these poke fair, Kiawe, and Mallows, and here is some cool abilities for them to do. At least do that. Like, whatever. Because Variety Scout units we don't know much about at all, just in general. I do appreciate that they give them the same thing as spotlights, to where you get the, you know, guaranteed ticket in order to pull them, you know, with the paid gems and whatnot, but still, I'm not big into it. I'm not big into these Variety Scouts. Overall, he does look good. I mean, at 3 out of 5, he's only, in my opinion, I'd say he's only really that good at 3 out of 5. 1 out of 5, the only thing he does is AoE chip damage with Fire Spin and Will-O-Wisp, and then debuffing the stats. Which, if you want to do that, just bring Lucian and accept that you're not debuffing special attack. Just accept that, I guess. There's not many situations where you're going to need these type of abilities specifically, right? These two, though, if you're doing this much debuffing, that's definitely noticeable, and that's definitely notable, right? Because it's also AoE, right? The only stat he's not debuffing is defense, which That's a big stat to not debuff, but still, this right here is good for sure. Especially with how much you can still pick up here depending on what you want to do. Like, if you want to just do a little bit of chip damage, there you go, Poke Trap. You can pick that up if you like. I don't think you can pick up anything else, though. Yeah, that's about the best you're getting. Still, the stat debuffs are good, but you need 3 out of 5 for it, which is what I hate, because, you know, it's basically the same thing as pulling for, like, a Poke Fair and having to, you know, candy them to 3 out of 5 for their best thing. But you don't even have access to, you know, the same kit as a Poke Fair, because while this is good, this isn't as good as any Poke Fair. It just isn't. The stats are not that good. The stats are not as good. The, you know, the abilities just aren't as good. Like, this is basically classic Liza if she had extended range and was a fire type. And classic Liza is like a 1.5 years old now. Also, classic Liza does it at 1 out of 5. This guy does it at 3 out of 5, but whatever. I digress. Kiawe and Mallow are honestly better on, you know, they're the better and Variety Scout units, I'd say. You know, up there with the evolutions, I'd say. Summer, Tate, and Liza, they're great. Absolutely amazing sync pairs. I definitely won't blame anyone who wants to summon for them. I don't know if I directly like recommend people summon for them, but they definitely look really, really strong, really, really good for sure, right? And if you're a Kiawe or Mallow fan, then you're honestly probably doing pretty good right now as well, assuming, you know, you're going to want to summon for these characters. Kiawe looks good, Mallow looks good for sure, but just Variety Scouts, man, they're Variety Scouts. They're like in between Poke Fair and like Spotlight level, right? That's like, they're in between there to where they're like, in my opinion, still not really worth pulling for, right? It's annoying. Variety Scouts, man, just Variety Scouts. Whatever. This is part 1 of sync pair overviews for the month. You know, next part we'll obviously have the Galar Villain Arc units and Wajirda, and of course our power boosts here. So tune in for that video, I guess, whenever it drops, and I'll try and get this video uploaded as fast as I possibly can, because it's like 3 o'clock and I need to upload this, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed. Solid enough month so far, I would say.